If you continue to feel such as you were one way or the other promised flying motors based totally on popular science mag covers in the 1960s, then you definitely are in success, due to the fact Dutch organization PALV is now accepting pre-orders for its Liberty car, which it calls the first certified industrial flying vehicle ever. The three-wheeled automobile has a retractable pinnacle setup rotor, making it more like a motor trike with gyrocopter abilities than a car, according to say. Still, it does both power and fly, that is double what most vehicles or aircraft can do moderately properly, and if you want the future now, PALV is willing to present it to you, at a charge, and you still must wait a bit even as longer to surely take transport. Pricing begins at $400,000, but that's for a base version before taxes. If you need the right trim and package, you'll spring for the $600 Pioneer Edition, which adds at-home education, power heating, fancy detailing and an electronic flight instrument display instead of the boring old electromechanical alternative. You don't ought to pay all of that upfront, given that PALV says it's aiming at the end of this year for production of test and certification craft, and transport of absolutely licensed cars by way of the give-up of 2018. Instead, the employer is inquiring for either a non-refundable deposit of $25,000 for the top trim Pioneer, or $10,000 for the bottom model Ford, but if that's too rich you could also place down a $2,500 escrow deposit which may be refunded, and a good way to place you on the ready listing. Why just a ready listing? Well, it seems that best 90 of the Pioneer version are planned for preliminary construction, so it sounds like the company is expecting a promote outrun of the preliminary organization. The PALV also has specs, in case that's going to sway your purchase decision, which includes takeoff space that typically will imply you should use an airfield to get into the sky. It has a 100 mph top floor speed and 100 horsepower, with a 0-60 mph time of around 9 seconds, and it has 817 miles driving distance on a complete tank with gas efficiency of 31 mpg. While airborne, it has a top velocity of 112 mph with 200 horsepower, however mileage drops appreciably. You'll ought to refuel each 310 miles whilst flying with the PALV. But that's still sufficient for jumping airfield to airfield among a number of towns.